To be fair, to be fair, like, I can't lie, fam. Like, I've had a lot of time to reflect, and me and you, we ended up on bad terms, fam. We ended up on bad terms. I was still thinking that back in the day that we were gonna clash, fam. You were gonna be the first one to put up a fight with me, fam. But yeah,
yo,
fam.
you know, they sent me away, you know, but like I said, none of us end up dying or nothing like that. So they, you know, no time wasted. You know, what's meant to be is meant to be. So,
Facts,
you know,
bro.
at the end of the
Second
day,
chances.
yeah, you know, it's better.
It's good to have this guy
for
back, man.
us to embrace each other than being rival. Jeez, I can't speak right now, guys.
That's a song right there. Like, write about that shit.
Yeah, because you know, like you know, people pit people against each other, and sometimes you know you might be destroying a future.
Yeah.
A future relationship that could prosper longer. You know what I'm saying? Rather than feeding off the negative energy. Yeah, so I'm kind of glad it didn't go that far, to be honest with you. You know, because you know, me and you would have had fun with it, but you know how outside would have went with it. And it might have went, you know, toxic, you know. So
facts.
So
hey, listen, I still don't back you. Listen, between everyone here, right? I don't think you man realize, but me and P are not on good terms right now. So so if you man were wondering why it was kind of yeah, that's why.
Dude,
and that's
he
why
was
he was
like
talking about pagans
in the shadows. I didn't even notice he was here until someone said he's in the corner.
That's why you caught him out. That's why you caught him out.
Yeah, and I finally see. I was like, damn! I've literally had. He was right in my face.
Wait, what's going on with you? You going on stage putting out records at the Mandem thing, and I'm like, yo, because I'm lost, right? I don't know what's going on, so I'm like, I'm seeing a little riff right now. You know what's going on, man?
He started dating a cop.
He's dating a cop. That's what happened?
Really?
Actually, really.
You're a cop?
Yeah, she a cop.
Oh, yeah, I am a cop.
She a cool cop though. She
She is a cool cop.
She not.
That makes
sense. She not like
I
the
did
rest
put a
of
warrant
them.
out for your
about
arrest.
the pagans.
I served it today.
So listen, the pagans.
Okay, I understand now. The shade he threw.
He wasn't the only one. He wasn't the only one throwing shade.
No.
Apparently there was listen, I can't lie. I've let a lot of shit slide today. You know what I'm saying? I have actually let a lot of shit slide today. Like for starters, I walked into the stage expecting to be like, you know, a performer and to be treated with respect as an MDM Records artist. Instead, I got booed as I came onto the stage.
Who booed you?
Who booed you? Who booed me? Patar, couple of others. You know what I'm saying?
Sad.
Yeah. And then next thing I know, I'm getting exposed on stage by Tommy Tate, but for you know
that song.
Yeah, but for some private affairs and some you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that's all right. Listen, I'm gonna just come out and let you know in it, cause I know you've got your hand, you got 1 foot in, 1 foot out in it, Zolo. So I'm gonna let you know in it, in these streets, I'm no longer Mandem, innit?
Listen, you guys are listen. You guys are brothers, bro. At the end of the day, that shit gonna work out, bro. So it might be a little something right now, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I'll never speak on that because you guys are brothers, and that shit will work out. You know, it's you know, emotions and egos, but when the dust settles, trust me, because you ride, and you're a little hothead too. You know, you gotta realize that. So
it's not lying.
That shit will work out, brother. But you know, if you're alone, I'm here for you, bro. Don't worry, I got you back.
I hear that, and I appreciate that. But unfortunately, the road that I'm gonna be taking is a quite a lonely one still, cause Zolo, bro, you of all people, you've seen the other end of the stick. You know how it gets when I feel some type of way about some shit, and I can't lie, fam. P, he's got his reasons to be upset with me. I can't say I didn't do wrong. But the one thing I've always said from the first day that I stepped into this city, I won't ever fucking back down from a challenge. And what I heard today was unfortunately a direct at me. And
why you feel it was direct? Why you feel it was direct?
Because there was no other person in the room that he could have directed that to apart from me.
I don't know if he directed it to you, but
oh, believe me, he did. When he said there's people who shit on the record label, that's what he thinks that I did.
He did emphasize how pagans were everywhere.
Yo, that shit went over my head, yo.
Even near.
Catch that, bro. I didn't even catch.
He did say those things, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, man.
Yes, pagans, but I didn't know that this was going on between you two. And then I started noticing, oh, well, maybe that was because he was in and out, and that doesn't seem,
Yo, I know you don't back down, but
you just retweet that, innit? I made it very clear, blood.
What did you say? Oh no, you did not.
No, I'm not retweeting that.
I am not retweeting.
Oh no, I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you to retweet it. I know, and I, as I said, the path that I'm walking is a very lonely one, and
yeah, you're gonna
yeah. I mean, I accepted my fate, but as I said, I don't fucking back down from a challenge, especially a musical one. In my own eyes, I've done a lot. And I won't. I don't care who it is. I won't back down. So, you send shots at me, I'm sending shots back. That's just how it is.
That tea is hot.
You definitely are OG in the city and definitely well respected.
I have a feeling I won't be for much longer, innit? Because when
I don't feel like that was a shot, man. I feel like that. I don't feel like that was a shot.
It was, unfortunately, because I'll tell you why. Because I know how I've gotten the pleasure to know how he works, and I know that he's a very smart man in the way that he words things. But there's also one thing that I know. And that he comes from the exact same ends that I do. And there's different ways to lay down the gloves in them ends than there are in here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And him being the OG that he is, he definitely knows how to lay down the gloves without having to do it first. So yeah, man.
You playing chess now, man.
I think I'm about to step in the ring with Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
I'll tell you something, bro. I may get knocked down, but I'm definitely not fucking just gonna stand there and let that happen.
Nah, I respect that. But also, I think it could be talked out, P, P's
possibly
a good guy, you know that. P love you, bro. You know that.
I do, and I love him as well, but listen, when you're backed into a wall, sometimes shit has to happen, innit? We'll see what happens. Yeah. We'll see what happens, but
Brad, at the same time too, is there's been history of artists going the same situation that's like you and P. You know what I'm saying? And once you guys sit down and talk about it, it gets instantly squashed too.
What if you did, like, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but what if you guys hopped on a track together and you both hash out your parts, about kind of what you're feeling? Like, wouldn't that be actually a dope way to?
Yeah, that'd be like a therapy track.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
I think that would. I think
therapy.
I think that would be. I think that would actually be. Yeah, that would actually be quite healthy. I can't lie. Because
that's a good idea, actually.
But the thing is, I feel like, listen, I'm not gonna lie. Like, listen, as I said, I'm the creator and fucking owner of MDM Records. You know what I'm saying? But I'm standing here.
I hear that you're selling your shares, bro. What's going on? I was talking to Sparky, and I'm like, Sparky, say you're selling your shares. What you mean, bro? You built that shit, man. Don't never, like, you know what I always say? Don't make permanent decisions off temporary emotions.
That's a good. Yeah.
Never, bro. Never. Always.
Yeah, that's a good. That's that's a really good way. Yeah, to put that.
Always cool it off, you know what I mean? Always take time to just process, even if it took you a month, but don't be selling no shit, man. You built that shit, man.
I hear you, man. I hear you, but unfortunately, some things have to be done for the greater good. You know what I'm saying? And let's just say, as much as me and the bimbos have had a little bit of a rough history, a little bit of like back and forth all the time, I've actually learned a lot from them. You know, they've taught me a lot about who I am and what kind of person I've been to them, you know? And with that being said, I just it's much like you, bro. Listen, if P Money felt the way that I felt, I have no doubt in my mind that he'd be looking to hand the reins down to someone who is more motivated and someone who's newer in the scene. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they've got that hunger, they've got that passion to make shit happen. Unfortunately, bro, like, I've been doing this shit for 4 years, you know what I'm saying? Even before but even before I touched down in Los Santos, I was up in Liberty City, I was up in Ends, I was up everywhere, performing everywhere that I could get my hands on. I actually had a record, like, I had my own record label in Ends, you know what I'm saying? Like, before I created MDM Records, before all of that, I had my own record label. And, bro, like, you can ask Frank Godsman. He used to be a WUCHANG artist. He's not really. You can ask Molly Rowland as well. Like, there are a couple of the people who have seen who I was and who I've become. And when you've been doing this shit for as long as I have, unfortunately, it's one of the things where, like, it becomes a little bit hard to find your passion and find your drive for shit. You know what I mean?
So what you saying? You feel like you burn out?
Listen, man. Music will always be my passion, and when it comes to the music, there is no force of nature in this universe that can stop me, and that's just the way it is, isn't it? I was put in this world to be a musician, and I know that for a fucking fact. But when it comes to running a record label and being in charge of other people's futures, I've just come to a consensus that I'm not in the place to dictate how another artist should proceed and progress in the city. And I need to focus on myself and my own vision. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Like,
that makes sense.
I don't think I'd be able to do that, honestly. I like people to have their creative freedom, you know? And
it's a lot of pressure, man.
Hard. Yeah,
no, I hear that. I understand.
And I can't lie, fam. Like, the bimbos leaving MDM Records, like, it took a heavy toll on me. You know what I'm saying? Because a little known fact is, I don't know how many of you actually know this, but like, I don't know if you might know that I actually started off as a WUCHANG artist.
Yeah, no. I was told that when I first came in the city, you and then you left and started Mandem. That's what I was told.
And after that happened, I saw Mr. K distance himself from the label, and I saw other people taking the reins and becoming more active within the label who are involved in the music scene. But back in the day, bro, when WUCHANG first started, Mr. K was in here daily, bro. He was making sure all the artists were looked after. But after that situation with me, like, kind of happened, like, he kind of stepped back. And I always kind of, like, during the first few months that I left WUCHANG, there was always a lot of resentment. I always felt wronged by Changang and just in general, you know? But after the bimbos left MDM Records to come to WUCHANG, I really fucking understood how Mr. K felt, bro. It's like you put everything on the line for these people, and, you know, it kind of feels like they've just backstabbed you a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what? Unfortunately, it's sad to say, but that's the industry sometimes too. Do you have somebody like at Mandem that can handle the day to day?
Yeah. Now Sparky Kane's taken over. Sparky Kane is
okay.
He's literally like he's got the same vision that Zolo just said, where we all just gotta stop competing with each other, and we just gotta come together. Like, in Sparky's eyes, there is, like, in his world, in his ideal world, there's WUCHANG records, rappers, like, and artists in MDM Records just chilling all the time, just listening to each other's music, and there's like MDM Records artists in WUCHANG all the time as well. That's why I'm here, innit? Because obviously, like, this, as much as I like, MDM Records will always be my home. This is my origin. My career was built on that
roots.
stage.
You always go back to your roots.
Exactly. So it's I'm just trying to make sure that I do Sparky right in his vision and what he's trying to accomplish right now. You know what I'm saying? Because what Zolo said is bang on, bro. Like, honestly, like, we've got too much talent in the city to be going at each other's throats. We need to be thinking of like ways that we can transcend anything that anyone thought was possible for us. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, cause honestly, like, anyone, like 70% of these artists that I see nowadays in the city, they have the potential to be international. You know what I mean? Like a man in fucking Australia hops in their whip and goes get to grow some groceries. I know for a fact 70% of these artists in this city can be on that fucking radio on the trip to the groceries. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's facts, bro. And Desh, bro, like, you need to believe in yourself more because you're fucking talented, fam. Like,
super talented.
No cap.
Very talented.
These guys, like, thank you. I admire you all so much. So that means it's so much.
You see, the thing is, man, it's like, yo, the drive, you know what I'm saying? And there's so much talented people, and it's like, if I gotta be the guy or one of the guys to push these people to believe in themselves more, because some of them feel like they're trying to ting, but some of them are really talented. So it's like, yo, push, go hard. It's different. It's not like back in the days where you had to go do this and do that. Now it's it's a free world, man.
Yeah.
You can toss shit up in the air and it will send. You feel me?
True.
So
that's manifestation.
Amen to that. So that's all it is. It's about quality and production. That's it, man. Quality and production. You know what I mean? And you're only gonna get better the more you do it.
Facts. And just having that passion and drive and keeping it consistent.
Yeah, exactly. Consistent is the key.
Facts, fam. And to be honest though, like, there's one thing that I would say about what you said there. Like, before we had to like literally like claw our way into people, like almost like force our music down people's throats to make sure that they understood that we're talented. I honestly don't think that should ever change. The new generation of artists, like, I'll be honest, like, they won't understand the same way that we did on how much our drive dictates how much we succeed. And what you said about manifestation is so true. Like, literally, I told myself that I was going to be on top of the fucking game no matter the cost. And I didn't stop until I was at the top of the game. And nowadays, like, I see myself as, like, someone who's on top of the game. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah.
And it's just like the new artists, they kind of come in and they kind of see people who have come before them, and they kind of see like people who have built their shit up, and they see that and they're like, okay, cool, like, I can do that, but we are more connected, we're more built up, we've got more resources nowadays than we did back then, so it's different. I don't think the mindset should ever change. I think an artist should always, regardless of how big they get, regardless of how popping they get, they should always be striving to just shove their music down people's throats. Bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's where the hunger comes from.
I was on that island for 8 months, man, and I was still pushing it through the tube, bro. Somehow, some way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Still, I've been writing for other artists.
Man, James, I appreciate you, man.
And that's why I said, like, my brother P, man, he really helped me out because he was putting me on a lot of records, and and that shit was a mental warfare, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear that, fam. I fully hear that. My boy Adam, he went through the same shit. You know what I'm saying? He was in that fucking island for 6 months, 6 long fucking months, and you know what I mean. I can't say I know how it feels. I haven't myself, like, you know, gone through that, but I can imagine what it's like. But like, everything happens for a reason, and everything will work out in the end.
Amen to that.
What doesn't
Amen
kill you
to
makes
that.
you stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
yeah, it be like that. Like, me myself, like, I can say these last few weeks have been a very rough patch in me and my career and everything. But I know that there's a lesson to be learned, and I know that I'm not done until I say I am.
Amen.
Nah,